Hey guys, how we doing? Crypto Insight UK here, bringing you back another video. Now, I promised yesterday this video wouldn't all be about XRP. However, again, XRP is grabbing headlines. So we'll start with last night. The SEC filed their notice that they're going to appeal the Ripple X or the XRP SEC or Ripple SEC ruling. It's actually nothing to do with XRP, as we're going to talk about now. Essentially, what they're appealing is the Ripple sales or the institutional sales, basically, of XRP. We'll look at Stuart Alderati. Who's Ripple's legal counsel. He said the SEC's decision to appeal is disappointing, but not surprising. This just prolongs what's already a complete embarrassment for the agency. The court already rejected the SEC's suggestion that Ripple acted recklessly, and there were no allegations of fraud, and of course, there were no victims or losses. So that's obviously our first little look into this. Instead of faithfully applying the law, this agency under this chair continues to engage in litigation warfare against the industry. We're evaluating whether to file a cross appeal. Either way, the SEC's lawsuit has been irrational and misguided from the start, and we're ready to prove that yet again in an appellate court. And then he also said, which is something to think about, is it a coincidence that the SEC's enforcement director announced his resignation an hour before this? So the SEC's enforcement director literally resigned an hour before this appeal, similarly to how Jay Clayton resigned on the day of the Ripple lawsuit. I'm not a conspiracy theorist. I really try and stay away from that, but I would be very surprised if there's not something a little bit deeper going on here. And I'll leave it at that because we could sit here all day and we can't prove it. But essentially, Jeremy Hogan came through and helped us out, saying he thinks it's a big mistake by the SEC. It'll appeal the programmatic sales. If it wins, it will get more money from Ripple, but they've not protected anyone, and Ripple will raise its blue sky law issue, and if it wins, the SEC's ability to regulate the entire crypto space is essentially destroyed. He also says that in a couple of weeks, we'll know exactly what the SEC are appealing. But even if they win on an appeal, it's very, very likely just a matter of money. Nothing would change with XRP and its use by Ripple, and it will not and cannot be appealing that XRP is a security. So XRP is not a security. It's not a security. Sorry. So XRP is not a security, no matter what happens in this case. That being said, it's obviously shot retail sentiment. So XRP prices have dropped today, down 3%. But structurally, I've talked about over here on X. It's not actually too bad, but I just want to see if that's everything I wanted to touch on in the XRP case. John Deaton made some great points. I really recommend going to check out the tweet that he made, basically saying that the SEC, one of the key takeaways, after almost 4 years of suing Ripple and making the above ridiculous claims, SEC lawyers apologized in a different case for suggesting tokens themselves were securities. And then I'm going to get onto a few more things. Like, I was so excited yesterday, I was, and do you know what? I woke up this morning and I felt a bit deflated. And as I said on Twitter, when you feel like that, you've got to take yourself away from the charts, take yourself away from your screens, and do whatever you need to do to get yourself back mentally. And I've done that. People are asking me what I see coming next, so I'm going to talk to you guys about that now. The one thing that I really, really, really want to stress, and I've been trying to flip and tell everyone for weeks on weeks on weeks, is that I think Bitcoin is going to pull back. These are still drawn in from when I last looked at Bitcoin. Let's just have a look. The stochastic is at a low, so we might bounce here, but this is what I thought was going to happen. I thought Bitcoin was going to pull back because we were at the top in terms of open interest. Let's get the open interest chart on here. We're at the top in terms of open interest, and also so that was here. Last time we pulled back, look, was here. Last time, look at the bottom of the screen here. Last time we pulled back was here. Last time we pulled back was here. So we were there. We were at pullback territory. Pullback territory every single time we get up here. And the other thing that I was saying is, all of a sudden, the whole market had turned bullish, and we weren't breaking out. We just swept the highs. So that was something I was watching. So that's something. I think Bitcoin is going to pull back, and if Bitcoin continues on its pullback, it's not great for XRP. Let's be honest. Like Bitcoin pulls back, XRP hasn't been able to rally when Bitcoin's pulled back historically. However, the other thing I've been saying, and I will continue to say, is that XRP looks different. It does. You can't tell me that the XRP chart looks like the Bitcoin chart because it doesn't. And I've compared them. I've shown you on XRP ETH, on XRP Bitcoin, on XRP dominance. XRP has rejected away from that resistance level again with Bitcoin today. We've pulled all the way back down with our RSI on the daily. XRP ETH just lost the level that I want us to keep closing above, but hasn't yet set a new low. So we're still up there. Look how high we are compared to where we were. We're off the bottom for XRP Bitcoin is going to show you. We're still 30% up since June. So we're going to have pullbacks along the way, but essentially we're still ranging in this XRP versus Bitcoin chart. I think XRP looks different, and I would not be surprised to see some sort of price action similar to what we saw on the 4th of August. On the 4th of August, the next following 4 days, we saw a 50% move. Now, whether we're going to get something like that, exactly that percentage, I don't know. But if you look at where the stochastic RSI is, it's literally in the floors. It would start tomorrow if we started to see something like that. The RSI is in literally the same place as it's bounced the last 2 times. So that would be here, and that would be here. And look at the RSI, that would be here, and that would be here. And if we look at the stochastic, the lowest it was is like down here where we just look, bang, exactly here, which is here. And we're at that level now. We're lower than we were on the previous dips for the stochastic on the daily. So I wouldn't be surprised to see some sort of bounce out of XRP. However, if Bitcoin pulls back, we do have a fair value gap here on the 4 hourly, which is between 45 cents and 47 cents. So that would be an area I'm targeting. And if we really wanted to go for one, we could come all the way down to 40, which wouldn't obviously be lovely for anybody involved, but it would still be possible. Looking at liquidity, this is Bitcoin. Let me quickly get it onto XRP. Looking at liquidity, we talked about this multiple times on X. Let's see if this is going to load. Look at all the open interest we've flushed out from XRP though. That's nice to see. We've flushed out all that open interest. Cool. Look at all those longs being liquidated. That's the most longs being liquidated in a while. But see how far we can go back. So most longs being liquidated since July. I can't go too much further back on here, but we can look at that on some of the other charts too. But look, called out these areas of open interest, of liquidity, and we've taken all that liquidity, which also adds to my thought process that maybe we come back up here and head for this liquidity very soon. Quite a sharp move down into liquidity. Maybe we see a V bottom. It's happened before. You can't say it hasn't. It happened before. We came down, then we accumulated a little, bang, broke out. Didn't manage to set the high. Accumulated, bang, did take the high. This time, we're actually setting a much higher low after taking all the liquidity. So let's see what happens next. So I'm just going to finish this here with this tweet, and I don't want to get into conspiracies because it's very easy to do in the XRP space. But I am just going to lay a few things down that I'm thinking about. War declared, not yesterday, the day before, between Iran declared war on Israel during US open trading hours, even though it's the middle of the night here in the Middle East. It was like 11 o'clock at night. And you could say, oh, surprise attack or whatever, it's best to do it at night. Well, why did they warn America first? That's first. These are just like things I'm thinking about. I've got no answers, I'm just talking. That's one. Two is that same night, the banking stocks in the US pulled back, or before the war that was. Okay, that's 2. 3, that same night, an XRP ETF was filed into potentially World War III pullback. Cool. The next day, we get some excitement, and we're all starting to feel ourselves, including me, a little bit. The market's still pulling back, probably from the war concerns and the the continued potential aggression here from Israel, for example. And then today, SEC leave it until today to appeal or talk about an appeal just after their chief litigation officer quits. So he obviously doesn't agree with the decision or doesn't want to be involved, in my opinion. And then, just 2 hours ago, Swift have put out something saying, starting next year, financial institutions from around the world will be trialing live digital asset and currency transactions on the Swift network. I don't know. I've just got a feeling something's coming for XRP, though. Whether you love what's happening or not, whether you hate it, obviously we don't want to see price just dropping like it is. But whether you love XRP or not, you cannot deny that there is a lot going on with XRP right now. I'd say it's probably the most that's gone on with XRP since the lawsuit was filed. Probably could argue the most going on with any crypto right now is XRP, with Ripple swell coming up on the 13th, 14th, or maybe 14th and 15th of October, just 2 weeks away. Just take that with a pinch of salt, guys. Whatever you think that means, I've not got the answer. I really, really don't know. I'm just saying something's cooking. And whether it's good, whether it's bad, I don't know, but there's a lot of attention on XRP. I'll leave that there. Please subscribe, guys, if you haven't already. It's free to subscribe. Maybe it's just driving me insane, though. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know. You leave a comment below in the comment section if you did enjoy and like the video. Also, go and check out my recent podcast over there on YouTube. I did a podcast with Aaron McDonald, who is the CEO and co-founder of Futureverse. He blew my mind with what he told me yesterday, and I'll leave that there too. Please share it with a friend if you did enjoy, and if you think I'm insane, let me know. And if you think similarly to me or you have any further thoughts, I'd like to know them as well, because I'm always open to listening to what you guys have to say. But yeah, peace up, A-Town down, as Crypto Insight UK would say.